Dynamite all afternoon.
Yeah, particularly in that first half, she just dominated, and then they can shift her around anywhere. She's quite a good utility player, and she's an awesome decision maker. So they've got her matched up on Kiochi now. So the captain's going to have to she's going to take that responsibility on to try and shut her down.
Final term at the MCG. Hope you're enjoying game one of our 2015 Women's Series clash. It's Melbourne leading by 7 points as we start the final term. The Dogs will go to the left of screen in this final quarter. Bowers copped one high, and she'll get a free kick off the back edge of the square. Kiara Bowers coming up for her 18th possession, and it's a good one. She goes wide and finds Pearce. Pearce spots Blackburn. There's three of Melbourne's best players all involved in the opening 30 seconds. Blackburn slips a tackler, goes inside 50, it clears Harris, spills to the back. Melbourne have got some numbers. Swanson onto her left boot, dribbles it towards the goal square. It's bouncing. Oh, it takes a sharp turn on the last bounce and hits the post. And that's really been the story of Melbourne's day since quarter time.
It's great to see that she took the initiative and just went on the left foot, even though it's not her preferred foot. Just got it over the back and took the chance that it might just dribble through.
So 1-3 to Emma Swanson. The ball's with O'Connor. Looking for an option. You can see she doesn't want to go down the line. She doesn't like the numbers. Clever play from Zilke. Sold the dummy. Bought herself some time and delivered to Kiochi. 8-point ball game. Kiochi. Again, the Dogs need some movement. You can see there's a lot of Bulldogs players standing stationary and putting their hands up, but nothing much to kick to, and that's the result. She went to a contest and Pearce took the mark. Dogs need to spread harder in this final term. Use the space here at the MCG to advantage. Here is Donnellan. Juddy goes inside 50. Well-weighted kick. Good effort from Antonio. She looked to jump early, but judged it well and took the mark. She'll kick from just inside 50.
I don't think she'll have the leg for this, but, I mean, her basketball skills certainly came into fore there with a great leap.
Gives it off to Bowers. Beautifully worked. Bowers goes short and finds Swanson, who's really been the most dangerous of the Melbourne forwards. She's kicked 1 goal 3, but she's been busy all afternoon, and now she's got a chance to go back and kick her second goal. From 30 metres out directly in front, Emma Swanson, 20-year-old from WA, works for the WA Footy Commission. Not a good-looking kick off the boot. She misses the lot. So once again, the Dogs dodging a bullet. Melbourne keeping them alive. Hutchins with the kick in. She's got a short option. It's Emma Carney. She uses her, gets it and goes. Wants to run and spread. That's the key for the Dogs. They've got to work hard. They can't kick to contests like that, though. It's a 3-on-1. And that's a pretty good result in the end to break even. Do they have the run in their legs, the Bulldogs? Ball up. Bounces off Donnellan. Scramble of players once again. Donnellan ends up with the football but can't escape. Another ball up. Godding in the ruck against King. Brennan tried to shark it. Loynes' kick was partly smothered, but it ricocheted to Scott. Now Kiochi, she knows she's got to run and spread. Trying to ignite her team. She went long to McWilliams. We'll have a throw in, forward of the wing.
Kiochi's got some great pace, and she's able to get around her player that way and try and get that spread that you were talking about.
You get the feeling that's what they need, isn't it?
Absolutely.
They just need that ability to break into space and make something happen. Because Melbourne have been good at just shutting them down in close. Godding couldn't get a handball away. Pearce was tackled without the football. Play on the call. We'll have another ball up. It's been pretty much break even in close around the stoppages. It's the team that can use it best and win it on the spread here, certainly from a Bulldogs perspective. Got to be able to move it quickly and run hard and create and support for each other. Good tackle on Blackburn. Play on the call. Coming through was Hickey. Good smother at ground level from Pearce. Ball came back to Cramey. Blackburn beats a tackler. Kicks to the wing. Hutchins up the field. Can you give the Dogs some drive? Kicks down the line to Carney. It was a beautiful kick, and Carney plays on. This is what they need. They need some line-breaking run. Carney with 2 bounces. Runs to 50. Takes on the tackler. Gives it to Vescio. High kick inside 50. 2-on-2 at the top of the square. Ball pitches. Harris is at the back for Melbourne, and she comes storming away. In fact, it's Miller. And now Melbourne on the counter-punch through Bentley. Swanson. Back to Bentley. Good smother came from Bates. Just gone up a notch in the last minute or so. Free kick Melbourne. In fact, it's going to the Bulldogs. It's going to Bates. It's a kick out in front of Gibson. It ricochets off her legs. And out for a throw in. But we saw there when Carney took it and went, that's what the Dogs need to do. They need a line breaker to make something happen. Yeah,
their passing by foot today just hasn't been up to scratch. They've turned it over a heap, so they've got to have that run and carry and run it out if they're not hitting their targets.
Carney tackle, taken down by Hooker. And White will have a ball up. Can someone just get free from the congestion? Hit this at pace. King put it out in front of Loynes. She goes to ground, tries to farm it out to Kerrick. Waiting for it there was Kiochi. Links up with Anderson. Had a fumble, but's got some time. Wheels onto her left boot. Kicks towards half forward. Contact arrives. Good effort from Wuchner. Stood tall. Hits the ground running. Runs to 50. Goes to Hope in the pocket. Tries to turn her man. She does. Moana Hope can go inside to Brennan. Goes herself and kicks the goal. Hope gets her second. And it's a 2-point ball game at the G.
Great work from Jess Wuchner to play on straight away there and really create that overlap. And Moana Hope, some really good strengths there on the boundary just to be able to get around her player and stay on her feet. So
she had Brennan inside. Hickey came across, laid the tackle. She managed to step through it. Good pressure as well from Hayley Miller. But Hope got boots a ball, kicks her second. And it's a 2-point game.
True forward. Hope didn't pass it off and didn't know how to handball. Just saw the goalpost and that's where she was going.
Sorry, didn't see you there. Free kick. Centre square infringement going to Melbourne. It's going to go to Taylor Harris. So can the D's respond? Dogs haven't been this close for most of the afternoon. White inside 50. That's what they needed. A mark inside 50 from their skipper Daisy Pearce. May not have the leg from there. Wants to move it quickly. Got a couple of options. Phillips has got into some space. Good strong hands. Great mark. Kira Phillips. Great vision from Pearce. The kick was well weighted. Phillips had to wait on it and then took a strong grab.
Oh, Kira Phillips, as we said before, she's got this potential to change a game, and it's great to see she's getting involved. Craig Starcevich actually used to call her the live wire years ago, so I'm not sure if he'd be too happy with that right now when she's kicking a goal against his team.
This for the response, but again, another miss. Phillips has got 3 behinds this afternoon. Melbourne go to 3-13. The Dogs are 4-4. It's a 3-point game. Bulldogs still alive. They might be starting to feel like destiny's on their side here, the Dogs. Brennan goes up. Pearce read it off the pack well. Took it down. Kerrick. Quick kick. Gibson. Off a step. Tumbles it towards half forward. Both the Melbourne players went to lay the shepherd. Neither went at the football. In the end, it spills over the line for a throw in. 8-minute mark. Final term. Game 1 of this 2015 series. Game 2 coming your way later in the year, live on Channel 7. As Cara Donnellan takes it to the line. Madeline Kerrick on screen. O'Connor took it out of the ruck. Pumps it long, gets some territory for the Dogs. At ground level, McWilliams taken down when not in possession. She'll get the free kick. Now the Dogs want to sprint forward to the ball. Get some options inside 50. Melbourne pushing some numbers back. McWilliams, you can see Hope. She's the target. Heads in the direction of Moana Hope. Front position, couldn't quite take the mark. At ground level, Melbourne get numbers back. It's Maskell. Hope goes in, works hard. Tries to force a contest and make sure that they at least lock it in. Hickey gets up, just holding a collarbone. Dogs pressing again. McWilliams goes in the ruck against Harris. They pile in on top of it. Moorcroft in there working hard at ground level. Gibson. There's Harris. Doggies inching ever closer. Brennan this time the tap. Donnellan in the right spot. Brennan's got her. Brings her to ground. Play on the call. Quick kick out of congestion from White. Maskell. And they run it out, the D's, through Blackburn. It's coming back. Hutchins stood tall. It's going to be a free kick. No, mark paid. Hutchins. She can pump it long. Vescio from the back, couldn't quite hang on. At ground level, Miller. Maskell. Hurried kick. Dogs. Go again and again. Kerrick. Here's Anderson. O'Connor. Inching forward. Melbourne trying to hang on now. Donnellan goes in, commits the body, and we'll have another ball up.
It's like a new team, the Western Bulldogs. They've suddenly come alive in this last quarter. They're only 3 points out of it. They know that that this is their big chance.
Melbourne on the ropes at the moment with their backs to the wall. McWilliams takes her down. The Dogs with all the momentum, striving for that goal. Melbourne fighting, defending grimly. Harris in the ruck. O'Connor got the tap. I think that's Brennan once again under the bottom of that pack. We'll have another bounce. O'Connor tried to slap it forward. Blackburn working hard, can't get clear. Donnellan in there trying to extract it for Melbourne. Piling in over the top is Loynes. Player down there for Melbourne is Ali Blackburn. Calls a halt to proceedings momentarily. 20-year-old from Melbourne University. Just grabbing at that left ankle. Should be a huge loss for Melbourne at this stage of the game. She's had 20 possessions, been outstanding. Let's take a look at what happened. Here's Blackburn trying to get free. Oh, yeah. Nasty roll of that left ankle. She was brought down in the tackle. Let's hope it's nothing more serious than a sprain as Ali pushes away the medical staff and wants to get off under her own steam. Well played, Ali Blackburn. The top of the goal square, Melbourne fighting grimly. They're now a player down right now until Blackburn makes it to the bench. She's still hobbling her way off. There goes Ali. Ball at the top of the square. Harris the tap. Can the Dogs get a clean possession? Taken down is Gibson. Pearce off a step, hurried kick, just hacks it to space. It's heading to the line and we'll find it. That'll give Melbourne another chance to set up defensively. Can the Dogs get some clean possession away from this stoppage? That's the question.
I wouldn't think so, seeing every single player on the field is currently around the ball, so it's very congested and really tough to be able to find that space.
Pretty much on your screen right now is everyone that's out there. They're all in this little quadrant of the ground. Pearce, Donnellan, off a step, low percentage kick, out on the full. Now the chance for the Dogs to take possession and spread. Melbourne have got a huge amount of numbers back. So O'Connor quickly sets it to the top of the square. Big mark from Harris. Good defensive grab. The bomb to the top of the square, probably not the percentage play for the Dogs, but Melbourne with so many numbers back. Swanson can run onto this at defensive 50. Gibson tries to shut her down. Does just enough to force her to give it up to Green. Green down the line for Bowers. Tracking it is Zilke. Can't get there as the clock ticked towards 13 minutes. We play 20 minutes flat here in these women's games. So we've got 7 minutes left. Can the Dogs find that goal, or will Melbourne get one against the flow? O'Connor's fist went nowhere in particular. Cramey off a step, gets some territory. Kasler will lead him back in the race. She's got a couple of metres on Randall, who shuts her down now, takes her down. Kerrick links up with Hutchins. Short kick, but it was a tidy one, and it finds Arnell. The Dogs dominating position in this final term. Swinging for the fences, but cannot quite connect on the goal that will put them in front. Hickey couldn't take the mark. Pearce at ground level in support. Brennan caught one high. Play on the call. Cramey in there working hard. Brennan's down. Slow to get up. Copped a high shot in that contest. She's up and about now, Katie Brennan. We're ticking towards 14 minutes. The clock the enemy right now for the Bulldogs. Arnell trying to make something happen. She can't. We'll have another throw in. Daisy Pearce with 23 possessions leads the game. Donnellan's had 22. 20 to Blackburn, 19 to Bowers and Bentley. For the Dogs, Hutchins with 16, Anderson with 16, Kiochi 15, Brennan and Carney 14 apiece. Where's the spark going to come from here? There's Vescio. She's kicked 2 goals. Leading goal scorer in the game with Moana Hope, who also has 2. Brennan. High kick inside 50. Has she worked it back into the field of play? She has. Hope. Good fist away from Bentley. Melbourne with all their numbers back, bar 1 in this defensive 50 as they grimly defend. There's Kirby Bentley on screen. Another chance for the Dogs to set up inside 50. Brennan at the front of the contest. O'Connor came from the back. Pearce at ground level's been tireless all afternoon. Quick kick out of the congestion towards Vescio. Hope there. Miller beats her to the football. Gains a little bit of territory for Melbourne. It's towards the line and trickles over just in front of Carney as we tick over 15 minutes.
I think if Western Bulldogs stay really patient right now, they're going to get the score that they require. The good thing about it is it's taking some time off the clock for them, so if they do score and get ahead, it's going to be a lot tougher for the Melbourne Football Club to come back and have a goal.
Carney taken in a tackle. Kasler to the top of the goal square. Not to be. And the D's work it out through Swanson. Moorcroft bumped off the football. In fact, it was White. Dogs have got some numbers, but now the cavalry arrive for the D's. Hooker's got no one to kick it to, but so she just goes for space. Tumbles it towards half forward. It's a 3-on-1. Fourth will get there first. Good pressure from Antonio to force a contest. Good result that for the D's. Really good result. And Melbourne just get a little bit of breathing space as we approach the 16-minute mark of the final term. Melbourne 3-13. The Dogs 4-4. Harris palmed it into the path of Hooker. This is Ashmore. Can she gather? She can. Looks up. Has she got some support? Good vision. Chips it over the top. Well-weighted kick. And the mark is taken by Renee Forth. Wants to go quickly. He's got a wide-open forward line. She goes short to Brennan. Brennan's got Hope one-on-one against Miller. She leads to the pocket. Brennan heads in that direction. Here comes Hope. 35 metres out. Tough kick. 50-50 from this distance. Moana Hope for a third goal and to give the Dogs the lead with less than 3.5 minutes remaining.
Great composure there from Katie Brennan. She had a couple of options. Jess Wushner was open. Moana Hope was open. So that really helped. The Bulldogs really pushed back quickly then so that she did have that option.
Will she look to play on and gain a bit of territory? Hope from 35 out. Kick on its way. Looks good off the boot. It's just fading across the face. Minor score. 2-2 to Hope. Still time for the Dogs. We've ticked over 17 minutes. It's a 2-point ball game. We played 20 minutes flat. Bentley with the kick in. Melbourne just need to be calm and patient. Control the football. This is Taylor Harris in the back pocket. She goes for distance. Long towards the wing. Now a chance for the Dogs again through Bates. Kick inside 50. Dogs need a contest. Spills to the back. Opportunity for Zelke. Brought down. Beautiful tackle. Emma Zilke was heading goalwards and was run down from behind by Swanson. Time continues to tick. We've gone 18 minutes. Was that a game-saving tackle from Swanson? Superb defensive effort.
She's had a really good, solid game, Swanson.
2 minutes left. It's going to come back. The Dogs are going to get another chance here by the looks. Here's Hutchins to Bates. High kick inside 50. Here comes Hope from the back. At ground level, Swanson again. And again, it should come back. No, the mark's dropped by Kasler. Here's Hooker. She controls it to Harris. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Maybe didn't need to play on there. Could have milked the clock. Goes inside 50. It's a one-on-one. It's Phillips versus Hutchins. Phillips goes off the ground. Has it got the legs? It's running to the square. It won't. Hutchins will pick it up. They've got 80 seconds to go from end to end here. Bates. Tackle comes. Smother on Antonio. Chance for Phillips. Can she snap the goal? She can! The D's should win from here. Kira Phillips gets one against the flow. And Melbourne look to continue their winning streak over the Western Bulldogs. Phillips with her first. The margin now 8 points with just 40 seconds left.
Western Bulldogs really wasted an opportunity when they had the ball down their end. They just tried to bomb it in instead of actually look for those leads and have a little bit of patience and control. A little bit of panic, I think, happened with when you've got a scoreboard clock up there that you can see the time ticking down. I think they just thought they might run out of time. But great work from Melbourne Football Club to get it down the other end. And Kira Phillips with her first for the day.
We've had some unlucky bounces. The Dogs need something special from here. Look at Carney grit her teeth. Desperate for one last effort, but she lost her footing. Here's Donnell and been outstanding. Kicks it to the wing. Time's going to beat the Dogs here, unfortunately for them. Anderson gathers. Links up with Ashmore. Kicks to half forward. Floating over the top was Moorcroft. Does enough to get it to the line. And as the seconds tick down, Melbourne win. Gutsy performance from a gallant Western Bulldogs. They'll be gutted and already looking ahead to their return meeting later in the season. But it's Melbourne 4-13-37, defeating the Bulldogs 4-5-29.